back to Yoga with Shelly. If you have your block and your belt, that would be awesome. And also, if you haven't already, you might have your mat perpendicular to mine, facing toward me. That would be good too. And we'll just go ahead and get started. I like to start with my block under my sit bones like this. Some people like to sit in a chair during this time. If you would like to have like a kitchen chair next to you or somewhere near your mat, you can use that to sit on while we're doing our relaxing breathing and stretching our upper body. And you can also have that chair there just as a little prop for balance. If that would help, that would be awesome. So what we're going to do first here is we're going to come to a nice relaxed seated position. I hope you're in nice comfortable clothes. And let's see, we always do yoga in bare feet because that lets us grip the mat better. And I guess that's it for now. Comfortable clothes, bare feet, positive, calm bodies and minds. So let's go ahead and start with our just relaxing breath. So here we are. Remember, you can sit with your leg out if that helps too. One of your legs out or both. Find what's comfortable for you. Lift our sternum a little bit. Bring our shoulders over our hips. Belly's pulled in maybe slightly a little bit just to bring our posture into line. And then you're going to notice how your belly rises on your inhale. Exhaling, start to relax down our spine. Inhale, gentle smile. Exhale, relaxing our jaw and our shoulders all the way down through our sit bones. Notice the float at the top of your inhale, nice little pause there. Exhaling down our spine, notice the pause at the bottom of your exhale. The space in between each breath. Let everything melt down toward the mat. Notice if you might be holding tension anywhere. Just release and let go. Notice how that belly's gently rising on your inhale. And go ahead and think about your intention for your practice here this afternoon or this morning. Just what quality or virtue you'd like to cultivate during your time here on your mat. All right, let's go ahead and open up our eyes. Today we're going to be doing tapping. So for tapping, what we're going to do is we take our hands and you're going to kind of curve your fingers like this, and you're going to take your fingertips up to the top of your head. And then we're just going to start tapping there right along that top line of your skull. We can come forward toward our hairline, go back toward the crown of our head, then back to the middle. Notice that tingling sensation. Then we're going to bring those fingers up here to our brows, the tops of our brow bone here. Tapping gently like little bee stings. Then we're we're gonna bring those fingers down to the tops of our cheekbones, right under our eyes. All right, then you're gonna take your right hand and we're gonna tap right here between our nose and our upper lip. You can pull your upper lip over your teeth to kind of thin out that lip. Really feel that tingling sensation there. And then we're going to go right here to our chin, between our bottom lip and the tip of our chin. You can pull your bottom lip over your teeth. All right, then both hands come up again, and we're tapping right here on our jaw. You can go back to the muscle back there, tap. Give that a little massage, feels so good. And then back to the bone here. Nice. And then we're gonna take those fingertips to our collarbones. Right here, nice, nice tingling feeling. You can go in toward midline and then out towards your shoulders a little bit. And then we're gonna take our right hand again and we're gonna tap right here on our sternum. All right, now we're going to take our left hand and we're going to tap on the outside of our right hand with that pointer finger right there on that hand bone. Notice that energy running through your hands and your arms. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Tap right here on the outside of our left hand. And then we're going to reach up with our right hand, take our left hand, and we're going to pat our rib cage. Like a big old golden retriever, just tapping those ribs, actually patting them like, oh, good girl, or good boy. And then we're gonna reach up and pat the other side, all up and down. All right, then we're gonna bring our hands back here to our legs. Nice big inhale. Exhale, relaxing down our spine, and just notice the change here. Notice that energy running through your body. Notice that nice tingling feeling through your hands and your arms, your face and collarbones, through your rib cage and your chest. My dogs want a good pat now. They heard all the patting going on. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and open up our eyes. And we're going to warm up our arms now. So we're going to stretch out that right hand. Take our left hand over our fingers. Straighten our elbow. Gently pulling our fingers back. We're going to inhale to our pinky. Gently pulling back. Ring finger, middle finger, noticing that stretch, go up through your palm and your wrist, pointer. And then we're going to reach underneath to our thumb, gently pulling down, nice twisting stretch here. And release, both hands come back down to our legs. Then we're going to inhale, straighten out that left hand, right hand goes over our fingers. Gently pulling back. Inhale to our pinky. Our ring finger, go with your breath pattern. With each inhale, just go to the next finger. Here we're waking up our whole body for our practice. And then we're going to reach underneath to our thumb. Nice little twisting stretch. And release. Hands come back down to our legs. Next inhale, we're going to roll our wrist up to the ceiling, big stretch. Exhale, other way. Hands come down to our legs, relaxing down through our arms. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, chin comes down toward our chest. Take your right hand behind your head. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Put a little pressure on the back of your head, opening up through the back of your neck. Release. Inhale our head back up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Right hand goes around the side of our head. Little pressure on the left side. Relax your left arm. Release. Inhale your head back up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Left hand goes around the side of our head. Relaxing down our spine. And release. Inhale our head back up. And now we'll just float our head on top of our spine. Nice inhale here. Exhaling. Relaxing our shoulders down through our sit bones one more time. Gentle smile on our face. Very good. Now we'll just open up our eyes and get ready to come up for onto all fours for cat-cow. So we'll take that block off to the side and we're gonna come up to our Hi, Mijo. Hi, baby. You're a tough girl. Yes, you are. You're too good. Where's that? Aww. All right. All right. So we've got the heels of our hands under our shoulders and our knees below our hips and our fingers are spread out. We want to have a nice straight line from the tip of our head down through our tailbone. On our next inhale, we're going to drop that belly down. Exhale, roll our back up. Exhale, drop that belly down. Nice arch. Exhale, rolling our back up toward the ceiling. Look back at our thighs. Inhale, drop that belly down one more time. Exhale, rolling our back up. And then we'll come back here to neutral back. Next inhale, we'll pick up our right hand and our left knee, pushing that left hand into the mat, extending through our right arm, and back through that left leg. We want to think about our arm and our leg being parallel to the floor. Our right palm is facing left, and we're extending through that shoulder, back through our toes and our left foot. Exhale, hand and knee come back down. Adjusting here, we're going to pick up our left hand and our right knee, pushing our right hand into the mat, extending through that left shoulder, palm facing right now. Think about our right leg being perpendicular to the floor, belly's pulled in slightly, reaching and extending to the two sides of the room. Exhale, hand and knee come back down. Adjusting here. All right, here we go up to down dog. So we're going to tuck those toes under, lift up our seat, and look back at our knees. Adjusting our hands. Our hands are shoulder width apart, our feet are hip width apart. Now we're going to lift our sit bones up toward the ceiling. Notice how my back changes as I lift my sit bones up and tilt my pelvis forward a little bit. I'm looking back at my knees, pushing the heels of my hands into the mat and turning my elbows in toward each other a little bit. Keep your head nice and loose. Nice deep breaths. All right, next inhale. We're going to walk those feet up between our hands and relax down our spine for ragdoll. Everything's nice and loose here. We're going to shake our head, yes. Shake our head, no. Inhale, bend our elbows, hold our elbows with our hands, relaxing down our spine. And we're going to seesaw those arms back and forth. And then up and down.
releasing those hands to come back down to the mat. And now on our next inhale, we're slowly going to start to lift. Arms stay loose, head stays loose, slowly coming up. One vertebrae at a time, lifting our sternum, shoulders come over our hips, belly's pulled in, spread out our toes, nice big inhale. Exhale, relaxing down our spine. Getting ready for our sun salutes.
Awesome. All right, now we're going to do our 3 sun salutes, and at the end of the third one, we're going to do pigeon pose. So this will get our body all warmed up for our more dynamic standing poses, and it's got a nice flow to it. So with each movement, we inhale and exhale. We inhale first, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. You can fold with your arms out like this, or you can come down the middle line like this. Kind of depends on your shoulders. You lift halfway up to flat back, and then we put our hands on the mat and step back to plank and chaturanga down. Inhale, lifting our shoulders, looking up for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Here we are in down dog, looking back at our knees, our heads nice and loose. Sit bones go up toward the ceiling. You take 5 nice big ujjayi breaths, that deep, grounded yoga breathing, noticing the sound in the back of our throat on the exhale. All right, next inhale, we can walk or hop or shuffle our feet up between our hands, lifting to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, big stretch. Exhale, heart center. Here we go again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway to flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat. We can hop or step back to plank and chaturanga down. Keep your elbows by your ribs. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, 5 big deep breaths here. As we lift our sit bones up toward the ceiling, we can turn our knees in toward each other a little bit, getting that nice little twisting stretch in our hips, our joints there at our hips. Next, inhale, feet come up between our hands to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, big stretch, and exhale, heart center. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling to flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, stepping back to plank, chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 big breaths here in down dog. Belly's pulled in, up under our rib cage. All right, now we're going to go into pigeon pose from here. So we're going to shift our weight to our left foot, bending your right knee. We're going to look up between our hands and bring that knee up under our right hand. And we're going to slide this left leg back. So we're going to get this nice stretch in our right hip flexor. Some people like to put their block underneath that sit bone back there. My sit bone is not touching the ground. I'm going to go this way so you can see kind of where I'm at. My sit bone's like right above the mat. Some people might be higher up, and that's okay. You just want to feel that nice stretch in that right hip. And like I said, you can use your block to rest your weight on too. So what we're going to do from here, we're going to take our elbows wide, walk our hands forward, relaxing your
your lower back, relax that left leg, and we're gonna bring our head down to our hands. Now, we might stack our fists like this so we can rest our head here. You could even use your block. If you're not like sitting on your block, you could put your block here like this to rest your head so you can relax your jaw and your shoulders. You could do flat hands, or maybe your head comes all the way down. Just find your happy edge, what's right for your body. And then this becomes a passive pose. Once we're all settled in, we want to relax our jaw and our shoulders, relax that left leg and our lower back, and breathe into that right hip. Think about creating space in that hip with your breath. All right, now we're going to inhale, lift ourselves up. Now I'm going to turn around again so you can see what I'm doing. So here we're like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring that right sit bone down to the mat and twist to the left, bending that left leg, and we're going to connect our hand with our ankle here. Bending our elbow, we're gently pulling our heel in toward our glute to get that nice big stretch in that right glute. Feels so good. Feel how that left arm is engaged through your shoulder, your upper arm, your forearm. All right, and then we're going to release. Let that leg come down, adjust here. Pushing our hands into the mat, we're going to rock back and bring that right knee down below our hip, adjusting here back to tabletop. Then we're inhale, bring that left knee up to our hand, foot goes in front of our knee, and we're sliding down. So my left foot is kind of in front of my right hip. Sliding down here, maybe sitting on our block, walking our hands forward, taking those elbows wide, maybe stacking our fists here to rest our head on our fists. Relaxing that right leg, relax our lower back, breathing into that left hip. So good for us. Everything should be nice and relaxed here. All right, now we're going to inhale, lift our head back up, walking our hands back. We're going to bring that left hip to the mat, reach around. I'm going to turn around, bending our knee, and we're going to just gently pull that foot in toward our glute. Nice big stretch through our quad. Relax where you can relax. And release. Hand comes back to the mat. Rock ourselves back. Now we've got our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. We might kind of tuck our torso under a little bit, bringing everything back into alignment. We did a little twist there when we turned. Now we're going to tuck our toes under and come back up to down dog. Looking back at our knees. Head's nice and loose. Extending through our shoulders. Elbows turned in toward each other a little bit. Nice deep breaths. And next inhale, walk those feet up between our hands. Lift halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, big stretch. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. All right, very good. Now, going on to our standing poses. So it makes us so strong and balanced and flexible. All right, standing poses. We start with our feet hip width apart. Now in all my practices, there's some elements that will always be the same and some elements that'll be different every time. It's kind of like going on a trail run or something, an old familiar run.
You love the scenery, so good for you, but there's different things every time that make it new and different. So our trail run is kind of the same every time, with different things brought in to work different parts of our body. So, and as you do this every week, you'll see what's the same and what's different. All right, here we go with our standing poses. All right, so we're standing, shoulders over our hips, bellies pulled in, feet are hip width apart. Next inhale, we're gonna bend those knees, heels come off the mat, and our hands come up, over, and in front of our head. Our palms are facing each other, and we're gonna engage our shoulders and our arms, and our hips and our legs. Our sacrum's out a little bit in back. You can lower your seat down a little bit more if that feels like the thing to do. Pushing towards center line. Next inhale, straighten our legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway to flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, stepping back to plank and chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, take a nice big breath here, and then we're gonna shift our weight to our left foot. Take your right foot and bring it up inside of your right hand. You can shuffle or whip it around to the side. The left foot turns out, our heel comes down to the mat. We're gonna push that right foot into the mat and settle into a nice lunge here on our right leg. Our left leg is straight, and my foot is at a 45-degree angle here in the back. Now, my hands come up overhead, and this is warrior one here. Palms are facing each other, bellies pulled in, gently pushing our feet into the mat. Nice big inhale, exhale, twist to the left, left arm goes back, right arm goes front. Then we're gonna turn our gaze to look over those right fingertips. And our knee is right over our ankle. Reaching with our arms, shoulders away from our ears, lifting our sternum. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, bending that right arm. Right arm comes down to our leg and our left arm swoops down here. Now, go ahead and find your block and put it inside of that right foot so that right hand can come down. You can do flat hand, tent hand, use this block. You can do all kinds of different heights like this. Find your happy edge. Then this left arm swoops up to about 2 o'clock. Our palms facing right. Think about having a straight line from our fingertips to our shoulder, hip, and heel. Little pressure on that right leg. Reaching up with that left arm, extending through your rib cage. Now on our next inhale, we're going to turn and look to the left, and our left shoulder is going to go up toward the ceiling. Bigger stretch up through that right leg, right? Very nice. Exhale, bring that left shoulder down, hand comes down. Adjust here and lift. Now we can widen our stance here a little bit. Reach forward with this left arm. Inhale, twist to the right. Left elbow goes over right leg. Left hand resting on your shoulder. Right hand comes behind our back. I'll turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Twist it around there. Left elbow goes here. Hand on our shoulder. Right hand resting behind our back. Relax that lower back. Little pressure there on that left, with that left arm. Very nice. Now we're going to untwist and lift and straighten that right leg. Okay, now getting ready for triangle pose. We've got a straight right leg. Both legs are straight. Turning our hips to face straight ahead. Bending at our waist. Hands reaching forward, and then our hands come down to our foot here. We can use our block here. We want to keep that right leg straight. Relax down your spine until you're looking back at that left leg.
Relax your shoulders and your jaw. Notice that nice big stretch coming up through the back of that right leg. In yoga, we usually do about at least five breaths for each pose, so that our body can really feel that stretch. We don't want to rush anything. We want to give our body time to adjust and move and go deeper into each pose. All right, now, to go into triangle from here, we're going to bring our right hand inside of our foot. Then we're going to take that left arm and open up to the side and take that hand up to the ceiling. And we're going to turn our gaze to look up through those left fingertips. You want to keep that right leg straight. So if you want to use your block, go ahead and bring it up here. You can go this way, or this way. A little pressure on that right leg. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Bending that right knee, hand goes outside. Flip your left foot up. Rocking back, come back to a nice plank here. Chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, now here in down dog, you might give that right leg a nice shake. It's been working so hard for you. Woo, good job, right leg. Shake your head, lift those sit bones up toward the ceiling. Now, shift our weight to our right foot, bring that left foot up inside of our left hand and turn our right foot out. Lifting up to warrior one on the left side. I'm just going to turn this way so that my voice goes towards you. All right. Hands right above our shoulders. Our upper arms are right by our ears. We can engage our shoulders and our arms. That's how we build that upper body strength. And you can always do less. Remember, you can always do less. You don't have to do everything dialed up to 11. Find your happy edge. Nice big inhale. Twist to the right. Right arm goes back. Left arm goes forward. And we're going to look over those left fingertips. Left knee is right over the ankle. Reaching with our arms, belly's pulled in. Gently pushing our feet into the mat. Nice big inhale here. Bend that left arm. Left arm comes down to our leg. Right arm swoops down. Left hand comes down to your block there. And then that right hand goes up to about 10 o'clock, palm facing left. Reaching, extending through your rib cage. Now next inhale, we're going to lift that right shoulder up toward the ceiling, opening up to the side. We're going to notice that big stretch through that left leg. Nice extension through our rib cage. Exhale, hand comes down. All right, adjust here and lift. Now we're going to widen our stance a little bit. That'll also get the blood flowing through your quad a little bit because we're doing this little adjustment. Reach forward with that right arm. Inhale, twist to the left. Right elbow goes over left leg. Left hand comes behind our back. Right hand is resting on our shoulder. Relax down your spine, looking over that left shoulder. Maybe a little pressure on that left leg. And then exhale, untwist, and lift, and straighten that left leg. All right, now, you might come back toward one track for triangle pose. Turning our hips to face straight ahead, both legs are straight. Bending at our waist, reaching forward, and then hands come down. You've got your block here if you need it. Relaxing down our spine, looking back at that right leg. Big stretch comes up through the back of that left leg. Relax your jaw. The more we relax, the deeper we can go. Then we're going to bring that left hand inside of our foot, getting ready for triangle. Next inhale, we're going to bring that right hand up to the ceiling. Whew. Looking up through those right fingertips. Maybe a little pressure on that left leg, pushing that left hand into the mat. Big stretch up through the back of our leg, feels so good. Exhale, hand comes down. Bending that left knee, left hand goes outside, flipping our right foot up, rocking back to plank. Nice strong plank here, chaturanga down. You can always go knees, hips, chest as you're chaturangaing. Inhale, cobra. And then we're gonna exhale to child's pose. So we're gonna bend our knees, bring our big toes together. Sit bones come down to our heels, adjusting. Forehead comes down to the mat, taking our elbows wide. We're going to put the palms of our hands together and bring them back behind our head. That gives a little stretch to those shoulders there. Relax your lower back. Relax your jaw. I say relax our jaw a lot because people hold I do. A lot of people hold tension in their jaw and in their lower back, in their hips. So I'll say relax your lower back a lot and relax your jaw. And when you relax those things, everything else kind of follows. Okay, so here we are, nice and relaxed. All right, so hands come back to our mat, lifting our seat off our heels, tucking those toes under, lifting our seat up to down dog, looking back at those knees, extending up through our sit bones, head's nice and loose, belly comes in, up under our rib cage. Nice deep breaths. All right, next inhale, feet come up between our hands, lifting halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting to chair one more time, bending those knees, sacrum goes out. Hands come up above our head. Engage your shoulders and your arms, your hips and your legs. Everything's pushing toward that middle line. Nice deep Ujjayi breathing. Draw from the well of your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, straighten those legs, palms come together. Exhale, hands come down to our sternum. Relaxing down our spine. Relax down through the bottoms of your feet. All right, very good. Moving on. Our next pose is our balance pose for today. So our balance pose is going to be Warrior 3 today. So Warrior 3 is an extension, because we do Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and Warrior 3 is a lunge pose, just like those. We're going to be lunging on our right leg. So go ahead and lunge on your right leg, but turn that left foot up. So you're right there on the ball of your foot. If you want to balance off of your mat, you will balance better. I'm staying on my mat because the camera is focused on me right on this plane, but otherwise I'd be off my mat. Okay, so we're going to bend our elbows and we're going to shift our weight over that right foot. And as we make our little micro adjustments to lift that back leg up, find where you can hold for 5 breaths. Kind of find that place where you're wobbling a little bit, but you can hold it. Make your little micro adjustments. Find a focal point to look at. You can keep that right knee soft, like a shock absorber. Think about bringing that left leg parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the floor. And after 5 good breaths, woo, bend that right knee and gracefully bring that foot back down. If you can. Just bring that foot back down and lift. Shake that leg, working so hard. All right, now we'll go to the other side. Lunging on that left leg. Right foot's turned up. Elbows are bent. We're going to shift our weight over that left foot. Lifting up our back leg. Straightening our arms. Palms facing each other. You could be down here. You could stay very close. You could keep that right foot very close to the mat. Just balancing there. Find where you can hold today for about 5 breaths. After 5 good, deep Ujjayi breaths, we can bend that left knee and bring that right foot back down. Very good. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to our wide angle poses. So, for our wide angle poses, our feet are going to be wider than our hips. Legs have to stay straight. Our toes are pointing to the edge of our mat. I'm going to turn this way just so you can see what I'm doing from the side. All right, on our next inhale, we're going to reach up to the ceiling, lifting up through our shoulders, and our sacrum goes out a little bit. Exhale, bending at our waist. We're going to bring our hands below our shoulders and relax down our spine all the way down. It's kind of like ragdoll here, where everything's hanging off our pelvis. Give your head a little shake to make sure you're not holding tension in your neck. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. We want to create traction between our vertebrae with the weight of our head. Nice, healthy spine. You can tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Nice, deep breaths. All right, next inhale, lifting our body up. Very good. Lifting our sternum, shoulders come back, and we're going to lace our fingers together here behind our seat. Lifting up our shoulders, lifting our chest, our hands come away from our seat. Exhale, bending at our waist, shoulders come down toward the mat, hands go up toward the ceiling, and we're looking behind us. Relaxing those shoulders. Our hands are doing the work of pushing up toward the ceiling, getting a deeper stretch. You just want to get, some people might be down here, and that is A-okay with your shoulders. Everybody's shoulders is different. Shoulders are different. So, if you relax, let your shoulder blades come in together. Tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Get that nice deep stretch in the backs of your legs. Our head stays nice and loose. And then we're going to inhale and lift back up. Relax those hands. All right, one more time. This time, hands go up toward the ceiling. Exhale, fold. And here we're going to bring our hands around our legs, either at our calves or our ankles, or we're going to take our peace fingers and put them between our big toe and our second toe. Bending our elbows, we're going to gently pull ourselves a little deeper into the pose. Our elbows are out to the sides here. They're not in toward our legs. They're out, kind of going toward a 90-degree angle with your forearm and your upper arm. You can shift your weight to the outsides of your feet, getting a nice stretch there through your ankles, going up into your shins and your calves. And then we're going to inhale and bring our hands in front of us, bending our knees, getting ready to go into Malasana. So we're going to walk our feet in, lowering our seat down, settling in here to a nice little squat. Your heels can be off the mat. Everybody's different in the backs of their legs there. Put a little pressure on the insides of our legs. Find a focal point to look at in front of you. Maybe bring your hands up, palms together, relaxing down our spine. Nice and relaxed.
we're gonna bring one knee down, sit bones come down, and then take your feet and point them toward me. And here we go, moving on. Let's see, we're gonna have our belt nearby. We don't need it yet, but you will need to access it soon. Okay. The next pose we're gonna do is called Lord of the Fishes pose. Isn't that a funny name? Some of these names are just interesting to me. I don't know why it's called that. You're gonna bend your left knee and take your foot over your right leg, flexing your right foot. We're gonna put our left hand back here behind us, under our shoulder. And we're gonna reach up with that right hand, still flexing our foot. Now we're gonna twist to the left. You can bend that left elbow, put your right elbow over your leg, palm facing left. Relax down your spine, and then we're gonna turn our head to look over that left shoulder. So it's a nice little twist here. Maybe a little pressure on that left leg. You can bend that elbow. You can move that left hand back towards your center line there if you want to adjust a little bit. And then release and untwist. Uncross and straighten that left leg. Okay, I like to push my hands into the mat here, just straightening out my spine a little bit before I go on the other side. So I'm gonna bend my right knee, put my foot over my left leg, flexing my left foot. Right hand comes behind me, left hand reaches up toward the ceiling. Then I twist to the right, bending that right elbow. My left elbow goes over my right leg, palm facing right. And then I'm gonna turn and look over that right shoulder. Relax your lower back. Relax your hips. Very good. And then we untwist. Keeping this knee bent, we're going to bend our left knee, and we're going to come to a nice cobbler pose here. Our hands are going to go around our toes, lifting up our sternum. We're going to walk our sit bones in toward our heels. Nice big inhale, pushing those knees down toward the mat. Exhale, we're going to use our arms to bring our belly down toward our feet. Pressure on the insides of our legs, and then our forehead is going to come down toward our fingers, rolling our back up toward the ceiling. Nice deep yoga breathing. Forehead comes down toward our toes. All right, now we're going to inhale ourselves back up. Now, let's go ahead and straighten this right leg and put our foot inside. And here we'll find our belt. Okay, now I fold my belt in half. I'm flexing that right foot. Left knee is bent. My foot's on the inside of my leg. We're going to inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach forward, and then that belt goes around the arch of our foot. Chin goes toward our shin, relaxing down our spine, using our arms to pull ourselves a little deeper into the pose. The focal point here is the back of that left leg. You can use your left hip flexor to gently push your knee down toward the floor on the left, using our arms to pull ourselves a little deeper into the pose. And then release. And bring ourselves back up. Here we go again. Inhale, arms go up toward the ceiling, big stretch. Exhale, fold. Belt goes around the arch of the foot. And now this time, put your belt into your right hand. We're gonna take our left hand and reach over that foot, still flexing that right foot. And then we're gonna open up to the left, taking that shoulder and arm up toward the ceiling, looking under our arm. Letting that arm hang over, you're going to feel a great stretch through that left side, your rib cage going down towards your hip. So good. Still flexing that right foot. Inhale, lift, bringing that arm back down. Now we're going to just rock back and switch.
flexing our left foot. We've got our right foot inside, and we're going to kind of shift so that our body's facing this left leg. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, big stretch. Exhale, fold. Chin goes toward our shin, relaxing down our spine. Big stretch up through the back of that left leg. Relaxing your back, relaxing your lower back. Very good. And release, inhale ourselves back up. Big stretch. Exhale, fold. Belt goes around the arch of our foot and into our left hand. Right arm reaches over. And then we're opening up to the side. Lifting up that right shoulder toward the ceiling. Arms hanging over. Big stretch through that right side. Relax your lower back so you can really feel that nice, good stretch. Not often we stretch those muscles through there. Inhale, bring ourselves back up. Excellent. And we're going to come back up. We can let that belt go to the side, and we're going to bring both feet together in front of us. Next pose is called staff pose. Now, staff pose is very intense, but to look at it, it doesn't look like we're doing much, but our body's really actually working very hard. And this is how we do it. We've got our hands down to either side of us, right here, next to our seat. Palms are going to be pushing into the mat. Maybe I'll just go sideways here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so we're looking straight ahead. Lift our sternum, belly's pulled in. So for the leg part of staff pose, you're going to squeeze your quads and lift your heels. See how my calves are on the floor and my seat is on the floor. I'm only lifting my heels up. I'm really squeezing these quads. For the arm part, you're pushing the heels. We got to lift our sternum because we don't want to be like this. We want to be like this. So you're going to feel it in this part of your arm. Lift our sternum, push the heels of our hands into the mat, and then we're going to bring our chin under, down, and tuck our chin under, pulling our tummy in. There's a lot of little different parts of it. Let's go ahead and start, and as we do it, I'll cue each part. Okay, so here we go. We've got the heels of our hands next to our seat. Feet are flexed. Next, you want to keep doing your Ujjayi breath through this whole thing. That's what's going to get you through. It's a very intense pose. All right. Inhale, push the heels of your hands into the mat. Flex your quads. Now pull your belly in. Bring your chin down. Opening up the back of your neck. Pushing with those hands. Squeezing those quads. Push, 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 push. Deep Ujjayi breath. And release. And let everything melt down toward the mat. Very good. Now we're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Lifting our sternum, drawing those shoulders back. Inhale, push our hands into the mat, lift those heels, squeeze those quads. Chin comes down, belly pulls in. Pushing with those hands. Deep Ujjayi breathing. Squeezing those quads. Feel it through your upper arms, pushing down toward the mat. Feel it through your neck and your shoulders. And release. Everything relaxes down toward the mat. Bring our arms in. Notice the change. Notice that energy running through your body, where maybe you feel it the most. All right, good work. What are we doing next? Okay, give your wrists a little roll. Okay, and we will come up to tabletop next. All right. All right, so now we're going to do reverse tabletop. So we've got our feet
are about this far away from our sit bones, maybe 2 feet. And we're gonna bring our hands back under our shoulders. Now for reverse tabletop, some people like their hands this way, some people like to turn their hands this way, so kind of play with it and see what feels right for you. I like my hands like this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look straight ahead. Next inhale, we're gonna lift up our seat, pushing our hands into the mat and lifting those sit bones up toward the ceiling. And then letting our head come back until we're looking right up toward the sky. Now, you could stay right here like this as you're building strength. See how far you can take it. Find that happy edge. Squeeze our glutes, deep ujjayi breathing. Belly's pulled in. And then we're going to exhale, bring our seat back down to the mat. And we're going to lean forward here and just give our shoulders a little rest. Let the blood flow come back into those joints. And then we're going to do that one more time. Bringing our hands back here below our shoulders, looking straight ahead. Inhale, lifting up that seat. Hips go up toward the ceiling, head comes back, pushing our hands into the mat. We're pulling those shoulders down toward the floor. You're going to get that big stretch through your shoulders. Pushing our feet into the mat. Deep breathing, letting that tummy come down towards your spine. Exhale, seat comes down. Very good. Now, walk our arms. We don't walk our arms. Bring your arms up around your legs. We walk our feet. We could walk our hands if we're walking on our hands. Anyway, we're going to cross those ankles. Put your hands on your shins. Lean forward, and we're just going to roll. Woo! Roll on our spine here a little bit. Back and forth. Very good. Giving our back a little attention. Very good. Now, next, we're going to go to boat pose. So, coming back, much like we were in reverse tabletop, but we're going to rock back and balance here on our sit bones. Looking straight ahead, lifting our sternum. Bring our shins parallel to the floor. Arms parallel to the floor, palms facing each other. Maybe open up a little bit here. Maybe straightening our legs. Kind of turn your femur out a little bit in that socket in your hips. All right, now next exhale, we're going to go halfway down. So shoulders and feet come halfway down. We're turning our legs and our hip sockets a little bit more. Nice deep ujjayi breathing. That'll sustain you a little bit longer. Now we're just going to bring our back down, back and shoulders, but our head and our feet stay up. Looking at our feet. Nice deep breathing. And then exhale, head and feet come down to the mat. Relaxing here, let everything melt down toward the floor. Very good. All right, next we're going to thread the needle. So, this is how we thread the needle. My little ponytail is right there where my head hits. Okay, that's better. Okay, we're gonna bend our knees, adjust our spine. Nice deep breath. Okay, next inhale, we're gonna pick up that right foot and put our foot over our left thigh. Think about your ankle resting right there on your thigh and engage this right hip flexor and move that knee down a little bit. Get a nice little twisting stretch in that hip. Very good, and we can relax there. Now, we're gonna get our hands ready. We're gonna inhale, lift up that left foot. Our hands go around that left thigh, and we're gonna lace our fingers together and back. Pulling that left leg in, and then we're gonna straighten that left leg, flex our foot, and then we're gonna lift up our head and bring our nose toward our leg. Relax your lower back. The focal point is that right hip and our lower back there on the right side.
Nice deep breathing. All right, release, let your head come down, bend that left knee, foot comes down. Now we're gonna do our supine twist here. So we're gonna cross that right leg all the way over the left. So our thighs are touching right here. Pick up that left foot a little bit, drop our knees all the way over to the left. We're gonna put our left hand over our right leg and our right arm goes straight out to the side. And we're gonna relax and look over that right hand. Relax our shoulders, relax our hips. We're getting a nice, gentle twist here in our spine. And our spine is spread out on the ground, so we don't have the weight of the gravity on top of our spine like this. Our spine is laid out horizontal, so it's really an awesome, awesome thing for our back. It's all awesome for our back, but this is really nice. Right, so we're gonna release, uncross those knees, knees come back together, hands come down to our side, adjusting our spine. Inhale, we're gonna cross that left ankle over our right thigh. Engage that left hip, pushing that left knee down, nice little twisting stretch there. Then we're gonna inhale, lift up that right foot, lace our hands behind that thigh, straightening our leg, pulling ourselves in. Nose comes up toward our ankle. Nice big stretch through that left hip. Relax your lower back. Arms are engaged, flexing that right foot. Nice deep breathing. All right, then release. Head comes down, bending our right knee, foot comes down, crossing that left leg all the way over the right. Lifting our knees up a little bit, letting those knees drop all the way over. Right hand goes over our left leg, left arm goes wide, palm facing the ceiling. And we're gonna turn our head and look over that left arm. Relaxing our lower back. Release that left leg, uncross, knees come back to center. All right, bring our hands down to our side, adjusting our spine. Inhale, bring those legs up. Hands go over our shins, lifting up our head, looking down at our feet, and rolling up into a tight little ball. Big squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then release, let your head and shoulders come down. Still holding on to our shins here. We're gonna rock from side to side. Knees come back to center. Now we're gonna take those feet up toward the ceiling. Drop your knees to either side of your chest. And we're going to you can hold your ankles here like this, or outsides of our feet on the arches, or the insides of your arches. But you want to let those knees go to either side of your chest, relaxing your hips. This is a passive pose. So really the only thing that's working for us right here is our hands holding onto those feet, relaxing. Right now we can rock from side to side. This is called Happy Baby. Happy Baby. Rock back and forth. Bring our feet back together. Or come back to center, and then we'll bring our feet back together. Feet come down to the ground, and then we're going to stretch out those legs. Adjusting here, adjusting our shorts or whatever, and our spine, and getting ready for our final Shavasana. We made it! Finally, we're here in corpse pose. Getting ready to relax. Heels maybe a little bit wider than your hips. Hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Palms facing up toward the ceiling.
Bringing our awareness back to our breath. Noticing the float at the top of our inhale. Exhale, calming and relaxing. Noticing the pause at the bottom of our exhale. Notice the weight of your head resting there on your mat. Notice where your hands are resting on the floor. Notice how the air feels on your skin. All right, with our eyes still closed, on our next inhale, let's just roll to our right side, bending our elbows and our knees, resting our head there on our arm, making our adjustments. Pleasant smile on our face. Thank yourself for all the hard work you do for your body and all the hard work your body does for you. Such a miraculous system. Next inhale, let's start to move our fingers and wiggle our toes. Move our spine around, opening up our eyes. And when you're ready, go ahead and push yourself back up to a nice seated position. Hands come back up here, right to our sternum, thumbs resting right there. Maybe notice the pressure on the insides of your hands. Nice and relaxed. May the intentions of our heart and the words of our mouth and the thoughts of our mind be to the glory of God. Namaste.
It does, but it's just a black screen. It's not. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it starts over.